YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live. Yes, guys, I'm on my second live today, guys. Your boy's feeling better. I got a lot of catching up to do. My energy is back up a little bit. So, guys, I'm trying to give y'all the sauce. So, I'm doing early starts and sits today, guys. So, welcome everybody just coming in. With no further ado, let's get started. Let's see who's here. So we got two people here early already. We got the Rush Prime, bruh. He said, good show. Thank you, bruh. Appreciate you. So, guys, with no further ado, let's get ready to get started. I'm going to start with the Dolphins versus, with the Dolphins versus the Bengals. So let's start with the Dolphins. Tua. You start in Tua, guys, if he's healthy. If he's out, then you don't play him, but you still gonna play these other weapons because this team they have a really great offensive coordinator, head coach, McDaniels. He's great. So Chase Edmonds is a start, and Tyreek Hill is a star. We know that. Chidi, what you talking about? And Jalen Waddle, he's a star. Chidi, what you talking about? And Mike Gesicki. Now listen, guys, the results never matters to what your starts and sits. Don't look at your results with your starts and sits on your first let's say first 5 rounds. You got to start those guys. So don't be, what should I do? No, you don't count that. That's no miss on those. Your flex plays, guys that you're looking to get off the waiver wire, that's what you count. If you get opinions from like me or anybody else, those flex plays where you willing and dealing, that's what you count. You got to start your studs. You don't try to sit Tyreek Hill because Teddy Bridgewater is playing. You don't try to sit Jalen Waddle because Teddy Bridgewater is playing. You got to start your studs. But the flex plays, no, you don't. You will deal them every week. All right, so yes, guys. So Chase Evans, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Mike Gesicki are starters. All right, let's go over to the Bengals side and Tua if he's healthy. So Joe Burrow, you starting them, guys. They getting that. I like the way this offense looking. Their rhythm is getting really good. So you start Joe Burrow, guys. If Joe Mixon, if he's out, you starting Samaje Perine all day. Yes, you starting Samaje Perine, guys. And Joe Mixon, if he's healthy, you starting him too. The next guys is T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd. You starting those 3 wide receivers. No Hayden Hurst this week. We don't know. Let's wait a little bit to see what the injuries going on. But no, we're not starting no tight end. We're just going to start Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. Along with, depending on if Joe Mixon's healthy or if Samaje Perine coming in. He's a starter. Samaje Perine could be a starter no matter, even if Joe Mixon starts. But I'm not going to right now, today, on Tuesday, I'm not going to say he's a starter. All right, guys, let's move on to a different game. The Vikings and the Saints. Yes, guys, the Vikings and the Saints. So, guys, to start with the Vikings. Kirk Cousins. Kirk, not with the T, with the K. Kirk Cousins, guys, he's a starter. Top 12 quarterback for me all season. Yes, I love Kirk Cousins. Justin Jefferson. Guys, that's why I tell you, you got to start your studs. Are you going to sit Justin Jefferson because he gave you 4 points? No. That's why, guys, some of your questions, I'm like, guys, you start your studs. It is what it is. Anybody can have a bad game. That don't mean that he's a bad start. You still made the right decision. So just Justin Jefferson. Also, guys, it depending on what's going on. If Dalvin's out, Alexander Madison is a starter. If Dalvin plays, I don't know. It's up to you, just according to how you feel about it. But if Dalvin sits, Alexander Madison is definitely a star. Next, guys, Adam Thielen and KJ Osborne. Yes, guys, I'm starting those guys. I'm starting Adam Thielen. I'm starting KJ Osborne. Just because this offense, I think Kirk Cousins can handle the volume of all these guys. Good quarterbacks, you start all your studs on those teams. Quarterbacks that are kind of iffy, then you have to cherry pick the best guys to start. But when you got a guy like Kirk Cousins, you start everybody. That's how I feel. If you got a partner, if you got KJ Osborne stash, yes, you don't have to play him. But if you looking for a flex play and you don't know who to play, I think KJ Osborne has great upside to be a star. And now I'm not saying he's going to get 80 targets, but I think he'll be fine to start for a flex play if you're looking to start, right? Next, guys, and I only got 3 starters for the Saints, and it's Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, and Michael Thomas. And I really like Alvin Kamara this week. Now, listen, Jarvis Landry looks like he's not going to play because of that knee injury. I don't think so. So, Alvin Kamara, to me, that shoots him up to the moon. I love Alvin Kamara. I think he gets back to being Alvin Kamara this week. Chris Olave, guys, the young wide receiver, looks really good. I don't know who the quarterback going to be. I don't know if they hold Jameis out. I don't know if Jameis comes back from play. But either way, Chris Olave is going to be fine. Michael Thomas is a stud. You just got to start him. If he's healthy, you put him out there. And like I said, I love Alvin this week. Let's move on to the Seahawks versus the Lions. Okay, so on the Seahawks side, guys, remember, guys, as you come in to hit the like button, also subscribe to the channel, guys. So let's start with the Seahawks versus the Lions. Okay, with the Seahawks, Geno Smith, I got to make him a start this week. He's been playing really well the last 2 weeks, getting a lot of value now. I like the way he looked for Tyler Lockett and DK. So I'm starting Geno. Next is Rashad Penny. He has the running back. I'm starting Rashad Penny. And guys, Rashad Penny, he's just getting started. They not going to run him in the ground the first 2 or 3 weeks. I like the way the guy looks. So I'm starting Rashad Penny if he's my running back. He's RB2 flex play all day. RB2, I'm easy to say RB2. He don't just got to be a flex play. And DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, you starting those guys. Those 4 guys are you starting for the Seahawks. All right, guys, let's go to the Lions side. It's a little volatile over there. We don't know what the injuries looks like. But as of right now, I'm starting Jared Goff and Jamal Williams all day because DeAndre Swift going to be out with that shoulder injury for a couple of weeks. Amon-Ra St. Brown, if he's healthy, you play him too. If he starts, you play him. Amon-Ra St. Brown is probably the best player on this team. And TJ Hockenson, you roll him out there as a tight end. It's so volatile with the tight end position. You just got to, if you got a guy, kind of got to roll him out there. There's no better guy. Man, it's so volatile out there. O.J. Howard was the #1 tight end 1 week, guys. #1 tight end. So you just got to, if you got a guy, he's starting, you roll him out there. If it's kind of what you like. And next, guys, is between Josh Reynolds and DJ Chark. This depends on what these injuries, how these injuries go down. But by Friday, Saturday, guys, I don't think you got to spend a lot of waiver wire for Josh Reynolds or DJ Chark. So if you want to wait, you don't want to use a waiver wire priority on them, that's good. You don't want to spend any fab, want to just green bean them. I think it's okay to wait with these guys. But I think one of these guys has a chance to go off this week. Jameson Williams still hasn't came back off his injury from college. So Josh Reynolds or DJ Chark is going to be needed in this game. All right, guys, let's go on to the Jets versus the Steelers, guys. And remember, guys, to hit the like button as you come in. This is cutting edge content. So, all right, guys, Jets versus the Steelers. For us in the Jets, guys, Breach Hall. I'm not starting Zach Wilson. I want to wait and see. Now, listen, if you're in a hard rock in a tight spot and you don't got no quarterback, then yeah, that's totally Zach Wilson is a start. But again, guys, I got to give context when I talk about starts. Zach, if you in a single quarterback league, you're not starting Zach Wilson. You in Superflex, he could be a starter for you. So if you don't have to, I wouldn't do it. I would start somebody like Jared Goff or somebody over Zach Wilson. But I'm not going to put him as a starter for this video right now. But Breach Hall, Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, and Michael Carter. Those are the guys that I'm just rolling out there. Yes, I wanted to put Conklin in here, just Zach Wilson, right? I want to talk about Conklin, that he's been a good guy, right? I just want to give him his credit because his quarterback position is so volatile. So people are scared of him, even me. But he's been playing really well. But playing well doesn't got anything to do with fantasy. If your quarterback is not getting you the ball, it doesn't mean that you're going to be good in fantasy. So it's dependent on the quarterback. So with Zach Wilson being out there, I don't know if I want to start Tyler Conklin. So that's why I don't have him on this video, guys, before you kill me. Next, let's go to the Steelers side. And I like this Steelers matchup. This is probably a get-right game. Now, Najee, I ain't saying he's struggling, but because he's been scoring touchdowns, that's all you can ask from a running back. A running back don't supposed to get you 30 points. A running back don't supposed to get you 40 points. A running back don't supposed to get you 50 points. All you can ask for RB1 that you drafted early is to go get you a touchdown. That's all I feel like I can ask for from a guy. I can't depend on the guy to go boom for me. So Najee Harris is one of the safest running backs with the touchdown upside. So I love Najee Harris. It's a get-right game against the Jets. So Najee Harris, Pat Freiermuth, Deontay Johnson, and it's your pick between George Pickens and Claypool. You can't start all 2 of these guys. You can't start Pickens and Claypool right now because Pickens ain't out there. So to me, if you got one of these guys, you want to decide between George Pickens and Chase Claypool, I think that's a great decision to make. I think either one of these guys can boom. Me, I'll probably go with Claypool. Some people might go with Pickens because of the catch. They looking to try to get the young stud ball. So it's depending on you guys. Remember, I told you, like they used to say on Captain Planet, the power is yours. It's your team. Like I'm gonna give you some preferences and some advice, but I can't make you do it because you got to feel good about it with your soul and your heart. And I know that sounds a little esoteric, but that's really what fantasy is about you feeling good about it, not me. You feeling good about it. All right, guys, let's go to the Bears and Giants. And this is one of the quick starts and sits little scenarios that I ever did. The Bears, the only person that I'm starting is Khalil Herbert. I'm sorry, guys. That's the only person that I'm starting. It's Khalil Herbert. If David Montgomery, even if he comes back, he's too volatile. I'll be nervous about it. So Khalil Herbert, even if David Montgomery is there, I think Khalil Herbert still gets over 50% of the snaps. So I'm still starting him. I don't feel great about that, but I got to put that in the preference. I think you can do that. Just going to the Giants side, and it's Saquon, right? I told people about Saquon all year. That was the only RBs that I was willing to take. And so you might say, well, TD, why are you taking an RB this year? You talked about 0 RB in the past, and you didn't want to take running backs. Well, listen, it's different from year to year. Like that's just the way sports is. So with Saquon being 2 years off the injury, I felt good about taking him, and then I didn't have to take him in the first round. I could get him going into the second round. Great ADP value. So all that stuff matters. Make sure you sign up for my OnlyFans to get that type of content, to get that type of personableness. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk to me, chop it up to get how to play fantasy, some of my little tricks and trades. I talk about it on there on OnlyFans. All right, guys. So next is Richie James. So those only two guys I'm starting for the Giants: Saquon Barkley and Richie James. All right, let's move on to the Titans and Colts game. And guys, for the Titans, I'm starting Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, Treylon Burks, Austin Hooper. Yes, Austin Hooper. And guys, Bobby Trees. Bobby Trees got to start. Now listen, I'm not high on him, but hey, he's a veteran. You can count on him. He's kind of got a safe floor. He's just a safe floor guy. But I think Derrick Henry, Treylon Burks, and Austin Hooper. And the reason why I got Austin Hooper in here is tight ends. So if you kind of decent starting tight end, I got to put you in here because there ain't enough tight ends for me to sit. I'm like, if I sit everybody, I'm like, damn, who do you play? Just Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews and Kyle Pitts? No, you got to start more guys in there. So Austin Hooper is a starter. All right, guys, remember to hit the like button as you come in, guys. Okay, so for the Colts side, Matt Ryan. Yes, Matt Ryan is a starter as a quarterback right this week. Jonathan Taylor, you know you got to start him. He's a stud, right? Michael Pittman. And then, yes, guys, I'm going to throw Nyheim Hines in there. I feel like by them, Nyheim Hines is just a safe floor guy. So it's not a lot of guys, no second wide receiver to start. The second wide receiver, the safest guy to start is Nyheim Hines. He doesn't play wide receiver, but he's getting targeted like he's a second wide receiver or a third wide receiver. So other than Michael Pittman, Nyheim Hines is the next guy that I would start on this team. All right, guys, let's move on to the next games. Our next game is Chargers and Texans. So let me go through the chat real quick. Some of the questions in the chat, guys, before we move on. I'm going to get to some of the questions in the chat. Rush Prom said, bro, good show. Appreciate it. And Francisco, what's going on, Francisco? Subscribe to the channel if you're new, bro. This is a great fantasy football community. He says, Darrell Henderson, Dameon Pierce, Breach Hall, or Khalil Herbert for the rest of the season. Dameon Pierce in order. Okay, so Dameon Pierce, Khalil Herbert, Breach Hall. And I like all three of these guys. They really good guys for the rest of the season. He says, I'm 3-0, and they would be a bench play. Yeah, bro. So I'm going to say Dameon Pierce, Khalil Herbert, and Breach Hall. All three of them are really good stash guys going forward for your season. Second take says, I got you 1 second. And Jalen Brown says, listen to this man. Start your studs. Don't get in your emotions. Yes, sir. You right, Jalen. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate that. Racky 2000. He said, yes, sir. He said, oh, yeah, let's go, TD. You know it, bro. Appreciate you being here. That's what a faithful subscriber right there, bro. That used to be Hip Hop Nation. He's Racky 2000 right now. Blue Cruz says, half PPR. I'm trying to move Michael Carter. Who can I trade him for? What's equal value? Either a running back or wide receiver. Michael Carter, what's equal value? Russell Gage. I like Russell Gage. And I'm going to give you one more. See if you can get Drake London. I doubt if you can get that. But I would say Greg Dortch. So I would say Russell Gage or Greg Dortch from the Arizona Cardinals. YouTube, what's up, bro? Glad to see you here, man. This is a great fantasy football channel, bro. Glad to see you here. Subscribe if you're new. He said, should I trade Eckler for Fournette and Curtis Samuel? I will hold off or get something better. If you said Fournette and Breach Hall, maybe, man, something a little bit better than Curtis. Man. Unless you want to hold on to Eckler, bro. But I'm a little nervous with Eckler. I'm nervous with this whole offense right now. I just want to say that. Other than Keenan Allen, I think Keenan Allen will be fine. I don't know about everybody else, even Mike Williams. So, but I wouldn't do it for Fournette and Curtis. I will hold on to Eckler. I would try to get something better than Curtis. And Judah says, depends on your receiver depth. Yes, sir. And let me see. Jawan Allen says, what you think about Cam Akers? Now he making a lot of noise. He is, bro, and I think he's going to be solid for you. Just got to stash him. Just got to hold on to him. And Judah, what's up? He said, DK, Gabe Davis, or McLaurin. Man, I'm going to go with McLaurin out of those guys. I love Gabe Davis on a great offense, but I'm going to go with McLaurin. He's the number one guy. It's close. All three of those guys are really good guys. I'm going to go with McLaurin. And Judah said you can get Dortch and Gage on waivers, Blue Crew. Wow. It just depends on what type of league you on. So, yeah, I love Dortch and Gage, bro. Let me see. So, let me get started. Let me finish this, guys. So, the Chargers and Texans. So, let's start with the Chargers. Justin Herbert. He's a starter. You know that. Now, listen, his ribs, so he don't look quite the same. But I still think you got to start him. I still think he's okay to roll out there. Austin Eckler, with his draft capital, you got to start him. And if you try to trade him, you got to get something worth it. You can't trade him for low and get some pennies. You know what I'm saying? You got to get something nice. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, and Gerald Everett, they all starters. I mean, because Justin Herbert can support it. It makes me a little nervous with the rib injuries, but I still think they can support it. He can support these guys. Texans, Davis Mills, I still think you got to start him this week. It's not a great matchup. Chargers, Joey Bosa is out, but I still think Davis Mills is still a good quarterback. So I'm going to still start him just for this week. Damian Pierce, Brandon Cooks, and Nico Collins, I think, are all starters. Let's go to the Browns and Falcons games. Okay, on the Browns side, Jacoby Brissett. I think this week I got to put him in the starts. He's starting this week. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, you're starting those two guys. You're squeezing that backfield. And Maury Cooper and David Njoku. I love those guys too. I think Jacoby Brissett, because of this team, he can handle it. I think he can handle all those guys. I'm a little nervous to say it, but he can handle it. Falcons, Marcus Mariota, you playing him. I know a lot of people say he looks skittish or whatever, but hey, he's a safe floor. He's got rushing upside. Those are safe floor quarterbacks. But Cordell Patterson, you starting him until the wheels fall off. Drake London, young stud, I think he has a possibility to be the number one rookie wide receiver, so you want to start him. And Kyle Pitts, he just got going, so you want to keep it rolling. You want to start Kyle Pitts. He's a good tight end. He's getting targets. You feel good about it. Even if he don't play good, you feel good about the targets because it's Kyle Pitts. You know they want to get him the ball. Let's get on to the Commanders and Cowboys. Starting with the Commanders, Carson Wentz, I have to say he's a star this week. He's been balling out. Even in garbage time, I still love Carson Wentz. Antonio Gibson, you start him. Brian Robinson hasn't come back, so that's an easy start. Curtis Samuel. You starting Curtis too. It's a lot of mouths to feed, but in garbage time, it seems like they've been doing it. The Cowboys got a good defense. Who knows how much garbage time they have? But I still got to put Curtis out there. He's had a safe floor. Terry McLaurin, he's the number one alpha guy. You got to roll him out there regardless. And Johan Dotson, that makes me a little nervous this week. The other last 2 weeks, he's been doing really well. This week, I don't know, but I still got to start him because he's been doing well up until last week, right? So I'm going to still say he's a starter. All right, the Cowboys. Cooper Rush, he's a starter. I'm starting Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush was looking better and better each week. I don't know if that gets his job back. I said what I said. I'm not wishing on that. I just don't know. Because you know how Jerry Jones don't really like that if you don't know that. All right, Zeke Elliott, he's a star. And listen, guys, with Zeke doing something really good yesterday, you can go ahead and sell him high if you want to. I'm fine with that. You can sell high on Zeke, or you can go ahead and hold on to him if you don't really need him that much, right? So, yeah, Zeke is fine. Tony Pollard, you hold him. I think he got the sauce guys. He's going to have a lot of big plays. He just touchdown dependent. Like, if you don't hit the touchdown, he's not going to give you that real good boom that you want. But I think he has a nice floor of 10 points in PPR. Noah Brown, I love the way Noah Brown look, guys. Pick up Noah Brown playing. He's the number one, number two guy. I don't know who's the number one, number two, but I want to play Noah Brown, especially as a flex play. He's the best flex out there. CeeDee Lamb, starter. You know, it is what it is. He's not the number one wide receiver, but he's the number one wide receiver on the Cowboys. To me, I don't like him as a number one guy. I didn't draft a lot of them, but I understand the people who did, so you start him. Dalton Schultz, if he's healthy, you start him too. All right, guys, let's get on to the Jaguars versus the Eagles game. Yes, guys, the Jaguars versus the Eagles. So, Trevor Lawrence for the Jaguars. He's a starter, guys. I'm starting Trevor Lawrence. James Robinson, he's a star. I'm starting James Robinson. Travis Etienne, he's a star. This offense is looking better. Doug Peterson is doing a great job. So it's a starters. It's a lot of starters here. Zay Jones is a starter. Evan Ingram in certain leagues with tight ends, he's a starter. And Christian Kirk, you know he's a starter. He's the best player on this offense so far in fantasy, outside of James Robinson. Eagles, Jalen Hurts, that's easy. Look like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I hear you, Jalen. Let's go. Jalen Hurts is a starter. Miles Sanders, he's looking good. I didn't like him early, so I stand corrected. He's doing better than Kenneth Gainwell, so I stand corrected. So Miles Sanders is a good starter. A.J. Brown, new brother in town. A.J. Brown, yes, guys, A.J. Brown, that's easy. He's a stud. You starting him. Dallas Goedert and Devontae Smith. And Devontae Smith had this breakout big boom game. So all these guys are starters for the Eagles. All right, guys, let's move on to the Bills versus the Ravens. Yes, the Bills versus the Ravens, guys. And you know what Josh Allen is. I don't got to talk a lot about Josh Allen. Starter. Devin Singletary, I think he's a starter. You can't miss his boom. You don't know what matchup is going to be. So if you got Devin Singletary in a flex, you roll him out there. RB3, yes. RB2, it might be some other better guys. But mostly, if you got Devin Singletary, you got to get him in your lineup because he looks good for this offense. Stephon Diggs, yes. You know what Stephon Diggs is and Gabe Davis. You start those guys automatically. Dawson Knox, if you're looking for a tight end, you don't know who to start, you start Dawson Knox. He's on a great offense. Josh Allen is throwing it over 40 times. He's tremendous. So I'm okay with starting a tight end or a streamable tight end on this team. And next is Isaiah McKenzie. Yes, guys, I had to throw in Isaiah McKenzie. Josh Allen is throwing the ball so much. He's so dynamic. He can handle this much value to make all these guys fantasy startable. So I said what I said. Let's get on to the Ravens side. Lamar Jackson, guys. Yes, Lamar Jackson, guys. And click the like button as you come in, guys. This is cutting edge content. But yes, guys, Lamar Jackson is a star. I'm starting Lamar Jackson. Next is Mark Andrews. You know what it is. It's Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews. They started Rashad Bateman. I know a lot of you like, should I start Rashad Bateman? You got to. You can't watch no matchup with no secondary and think you're not going to start no Rashad Bateman. You're going to miss out. This guy's the big play guy for this team. Lamar Jackson is getting the ball downfield at a tremendous rate. He's trying to win MVP this year, looking like the GOAT of this season. You know, I don't mean like GOAT of all time, but looking like, he's looking GOATish. Devin Duvernay, I think you got to start him too. And guys, as an exclamation point, kind of what you're going to do with this guy, I think if you want to roll J.K. Dobbins out there this week for the first time, I think it's okay. I think you got to lower your expectations, but I think he's an okay start if you want to put him in as a flex or RB2, RB3. It's up to you. I think this is the week that I start doing that, but lower your expectations. All right, guys, let's move on to the Cardinals versus the Panthers games. Okay, starting with the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, he's a starter, guys, all day. You start James Conner, you starting him. Greg Dortch, I love Greg Dortch. I think he's booming out fast pickup off the waiver wire guy. This guy is killer value. That's why somebody said, what should I do with Michael Carter? Go get Greg Dortch. If he's out on the waiver, that's even better. You ain't got to worry about Michael Carter. You can go pick up Greg Dortch and then you can use Michael Carter for some bait for something else. But Greg Dortch is a great guy. Marquise Brown, he's the number one right now. As D-Hop come back, I think this offense is going to be really good, especially with these other guys going into a role, even with Rondale Moore being out. All right, next is Zach Ertz, guys. He's the tight end. And I'm still starting him too. He dropped a couple balls that he could have had a touchdown. So this team is still good. I love the offense on this team, guys. The offensive skill set on this team, guys. These guys are explosive. They just got to put some more touchdowns together. Even if they don't get touchdowns, they still got a great floor. The best floor probably in fantasy. All right, the Panthers, I think this week is the week it's okay to start Baker. I'm starting Baker this week if you got him. CMC, you rolling him out there. DJ Moore, you got to keep rolling him out there unless you're going to trade or do something with him. If he hit this week, you might want to trade or you might want to hold on to it. It's up to you. It's your team. I think either way is okay. It's different ways to skin a cat. 9 ways. You can hold on to it or you can let it go. It just depends on if holding on might be the right way. It's like playing poker. You don't got to know when to hold it. Got to know when to fold it. And Robbie Anderson, I'm rolling him out there too. I think Robbie Anderson is a really good sleeper wide receiver. I'm okay rolling him out there if you need to, right, as a flex. All right, guys, so let's get on to the Broncos and Raiders games. Let me get a drink of water. I'm going to answer some of these chats before I get to the Broncos and Raiders game. Let me see. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, we deep in the chat. I see. Okay, let me see. So Travis Triller, what's up, bruh? Glad to see you here, man. This is cutting edge content, bruh. He says, bruh, what up? Carr or Rogers standard? I'm gonna go with Carr. Just for this week. I'm gonna go with Carr. Okay. I see him. Second take. He get ready to come on. Okay. I'm gonna let bruh come up real quick. Okay.
What's up, TD?
What's going on, bruh?
Nothing much. Just relaxing right now. Just got home.
Yeah.
I felt like it was time to get on.
Yeah, it was, man. It's good to put a face with you now, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you had a monster face before I knew who you was, bro, because you hell in the chat. Yeah. So you gonna answer some of these questions with me, bro?
Why not? Let's go for it.
Okay. Let me see. What was we at? Okay, DK. Depends on you see with this. Should I trade Eckler? Okay, I think we was right here. Half PPR. I'm trying to move. Okay, we did that one already, I think. Okay. Yeah, this one right here. So he says, bruh, what up? Carr or Rogers and standard? What you think, second take?
I would probably say Aaron Rodgers. It's my perspective that he's consistent compared to Carr, which is you don't know what you're getting per week.
Okay. Yeah, I said Carr. That's what I said.
You think Carr? Oh.
Yeah. Because Rodgers, I think they ran through the run game, man. I don't think Rodgers trying to throw a bunch of touchdowns this year. I think he's trying to win games.
I just think with the Bears and Vikings, Lions, they have such an easy schedule compared to the Raiders, where they have to go against tougher competitions. But it might be a shootout. But yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes I don't like to play the matchups, but because I feel like sometimes you can get too cute and the better guy still goes off. Yeah. And Sebastian says Justin Jefferson, Hunt, and Kenneth Walker for Najee and Pittman, full PPR. Which side wins? So he says Justin Jefferson, Hunt, and Kenneth Walker for Najee and Pittman. I'm gonna say Najee and I'm gonna say Justin Jefferson and Hunt. I can't go with the Najee and Pittman, man. I'm gonna go with Justin Jefferson and Hunt and Kenneth Walker.
I said it really depends on his depth of his roster. But
that's a good.
If I had to pick, it would probably be Jefferson because he's the top two receiver in the whole league, maybe even one, like what we've been saying this whole entire year. Hunt is still getting splitting carries. Kenneth Walker, we'll see what happens with Penny. But yeah, Najee and Pittman.
Yep.
That's also pretty good options. Can't go wrong.
Yep. And bro, whenever you got to go, just let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
Me know. Yep. And Judah said Jefferson side. That's what I said too, bro. I wanted to go the other side, but that upside with Jefferson is just
crazy.
So Juwan Anderson, Sebastian Jefferson all day. Yeah, it's hard. We ain't leaving Jefferson alone. He said Jetta side easy. Yes, sir. And second take says depends on the depth on the running back. Yep, you was right, bro. I agree with that. Yep. That's why it's hard to answer these questions on YouTube, bro. Because you don't got no context. You don't have any context. Exactly. And I think I'd be wrong sometimes because of context. Because I'm so cutting edge that I'd be like, oh, forget that guy. And that don't mean that guy's not fantasy startable for some people, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And he says, I will be getting Jefferson side, and I have Aaron Jones, James Robinson, and Jamal Williams in my running back. Yep.
That's why I would say the Jefferson side, because look at his running back depth right there.
Yep. You got Jamal Williams that's going to be good all season for you.
Yeah, I dropped Jamal Williams a week ago.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Why'd you drop him? What did you need?
An extra defense. Because I was thinking Chargers defense for this week and next week. And Jamal was the backup because Swift was healthy. And you have to play chess, and get
you right
a couple weeks before. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't like playing DST, and I sacrifice my DST before I sacrifice any player, unless the DST is crazy scoring. I think you should go to IDP, bro.
Maybe. I'm not really that good on defense, though. But we'll see.
Well, if you know defense, so you watch football.
Not like the players, but
okay, gotcha. Okay,
like the team defense, yeah.
Got you. And Judah says Hunt can score more than Najee some weeks. Yes, he can. I agree. And second tape was talking about 10 man, and then Sebastian said 12 man. And he says, I'm 0-3, shit's crazy. And then Jawan says, people poll opinion. Tyler Boyd and Cam Akers for James Conner. What y'all think?
I said the James Conner side. I said the James
I think I would too. I would too.
Because there's more touchdown. There's more touchdown upside with James Conner. I agree. And he said he had Lazard as well. I'd rather have Lazard over Boyd as his wide receiver 3.
I agree too.
That's what I was saying in the comments. And Cam Akers, we still don't know. But it looks like he's getting.
Yeah, it looks like he's growing into a nice role. It does. It looks like he's growing into a nice role. It does. And second take says, I do it then. Jones and do the Jamal Williams and hold on to J-Rob playing great. Yep. I agree. How long you been playing fantasy, bro?
6 years.
You've been playing
for money. For money, it's been like the past 2 years. So
about like me. Yep, not like me. Yep. And second take says, wait for TD answer though. Now you good. Second take, you listen. You know fantasy. You know fantasy. If I thought you was doing too much, I'd say it. You know fantasy. It's nobody. That's why I always say, man, it's nobody. I don't know. I don't know everything in fantasy. I think I do have a nice little edge and stuff, but as together, man, you help me with a lot of information every time. I be off on some of the injuries. You can't do it by yourself. It's almost impossible.
It's great to have different perspectives.
It is. It's very great. That's how I always liked it. I didn't want to listen to one guy, even though I love Matthew Berry. I was like, man, I still like to listen to other people too.
Yep, that's what I did my first year, and
And let me see. We kind of skip off some of the questions. You said we just answered your question. Yep. And Jawan says, I got Lockett, Hill, and Julio and Lazard at wideouts and looking to hit wire for the kid on the Raiders. Yeah. So he said, I got Lockett, Hill, and Julio and Lazard. You got some good wideouts.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't
hit the wire for kids on the Raiders. Yeah. He said, okay. Let me see. Connor's upside. Okay. It's Sebastian. We'll get to Sebastian right here. I think.
Let me see. We were just talking back and forth.
Okay. And he says at second take. Okay. All right. I see
that was a question of Jefferson. Yeah.
Okay. And then
I see Jeremy A.
Yeah, Jeremy A. That's what I got. He said, do I trade Zeke for Josh Jacobs? No. I'd rather hold on to Zeke over Josh Jacobs. I don't think Josh Jacobs. Yeah, Josh Jacobs not gonna have that role the whole season. Zamir White, if Josh Jacobs do anything wrong, Zamir White coming for that role.
And we were saying Zeke's getting the goal line, so
exactly. Yep. I love that James Conner role with running backs. You might not be getting a bunch of carries, but if you're gonna get all the goal line carries, I'm good with that.
Exactly.
Yep. And Tavir says, I'm 1-1-1, sixth place. Let's get it. Hey, you good, bro? You get it. And that tie helped you get in. If you with that tie, you probably can get in the playoffs if it was close. I don't know how your league does it.
I didn't tell you this. I lost by 0.2 last week or 0.38, whatever. And I was like so close. And then what was it? AJ Brown, remember? And he got
Yeah.
Last catch, fourth quarter.
Bro, it happens. It's happened. Yeah. That's why fantasy, you have to be proud of yourself first. You can't look for the scoring system to make you good, bro. You can't, because you might make everything and do the perfect thing, bro. You still can lose. That's why you got to build a fantasy. You have to grade yourself. It's like real life. You got to look within and be like, you know what? I did a good job. I don't care what anybody else says. And then you make adjustments as the season go on from season to season. Yeah. So there's nothing you probably could have did for that. Could you have played a different player?
No. It would have been still the same outcome.
Exactly. And Joanne says, I'm at my wits' end with Russell Wilson. Should I hang on to him or get Mariota or Tannehill off waivers? Listen, bro. And I told people, and I know these are some of my edgy takes. You know, I told you all year about Russell Wilson. I'm like, bro, I don't want him. It's not that Russell is a bad player. Something is up there mentally just going on. He's not really Russell mentally, but I don't want this offense for Russell. I don't know, man. I don't think it looks good. I think the offensive coordinator's calling bad plays. What do you think, second tape?
I think he'll be better like week 7, week 8, around that time when he gets more comfortable with the offense. But right now, I think out of these options, I would have Geno Smith. He's actually been surprising and did pretty good the past couple games.
Yes. He's been able to get DK the ball, and that's what listen, even no matter, I think DK is game script proof. And the reason why I say that, if they winning, they're gonna try to get ball to the DK. And even if they losing, they're gonna try to get the ball to DK. You say, well, why they gonna try to get the ball to DK if they're losing? They gave him $100 million. So they as long as Gino, he don't got to get wins. He just got to show that I can get the ball out to Tyler Lockett and I can have us play good football into the season, because they don't want Gino for the future. So Gino just got to be able to get the ball to DK. That's why I was so high on DK, because I knew DK, it didn't matter who was throwing in the ball, that Pete Carroll was going to draw up manufactured targets for DK.
Lockett's the total opposite.
Yes.
Lockett's,
yes. Yeah, he's very dependent.
But I think
on the quarterback. But Gino's been doing a good job with that, though. He said, should I bro, I'll go with Mariota. I love his rushing upside. What do you think? What quarterback?
I think Gino, if I had to pick one.
Oh, okay. And he said, what's up at Jeremy A? Okay. That's Jeremy A. That's the new guy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was saying tough one to the Jacobs.
Okay. And was posting the OnlyFans. And I think, man, the OnlyFans scares people off, man, but I'm not going to get off of it, bro. It's a different platform.
Different, yeah.
Yes, it's different. Yep. And Travis says, yep, Todd last week, bro, code K Yoke, Miss Pat would have gave me the win. He said, okay, yep, Todd last week, bro, code York, Miss Pat. And
maybe a field goal kicker missed the next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Thinking. Yeah, bro, it happens. Bro. Fantasy is something, man. All you can do is just keep working the waiver wires and keep playing. That's all you can do. Exactly. I know that sounds cliche, and I know you might want more, but it's nothing else to listen. I know guys, y'all like to listen to guys like me, but guys, y'all know just as much as I know. I'm telling you. That's why I always tell you the cheat code, and I'm not gonna hold it. Play your studs. That's it. But it's a little bit more complicated than that. But overall, it's about playing your studs, bro. So don't worry about that loss from a kicker, bro. But you know what? I don't make kickers be all. That's why I have a DST, IDP league where I got like 12 defensive spots. No, not 12, but 11. And I think it's good because it actually, one player is not going to make you lose, right? So that's why I like it. I don't like kickers, man.
Did you hear about the Joey Bosa?
Yeah, his ankle.
You
good. Yeah, his ankle. He's out.
Week to week, that's going to be horrible for the Chargers.
You think it's week to week? I thought
that's what they said. But
okay.
They said week to week on the Twitter update I got, but I don't know.
Probably be a month, bro, or more.
Yeah,
6 weeks.
That's what they usually say, week to week, and then it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So forth.
Yeah. And he says, Travis says, Russ will start cooking. I don't know if he's going to cook it all this year. Would he have a couple good games? I think so. What you think? You think he's going to start cooking?
Yeah, I think by week 7, week 8, they're going to be more. And Sutton's been actually pretty good.
Okay.
Sutton recently and Judy. They're getting their targets. Can't really complain about that. But yeah, I think Russ will be back week 7.
How did Judy do this week? Judy didn't do that well, did he?
Judy had like 4 receptions. Let me look.
Okay.
9 fantasy points. Let me look real quick.
Okay.
Oh no. Sutton did his thing. Judy had 2 for 17.
Yeah.
So probably off that injury. But Sutton had a good game. He had
Sutton gonna be the guy.
Yeah. Yep. Thank God I have him in my fantasy league, I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
8 for 97. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Cortland gonna be the guy. And Travis says, good looking on the car answer. Anytime, bro. Anytime. That's just my opinion. That's why I like to bring these guys up and I like to do a different show. Man, I'm proud of your second take. I'm proud of, I'm gonna be a lot nicer to you now. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I am, bro.
I'll come on more.
Okay. Jawan Allen said, subscribe and like if you haven't already. Great, guys, and channel. Thank you. Appreciate that, Jawan. And Travis says, yep, A-Rod, a game manager this year, but 3 weeks at home could get a hot Denver D might get to Carr. Yes. Listen, I like A-Rod far as later in the season. I think Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs is going to be really good like week 10, week 11. So A-Rod is the guy to go buy low on. Right now, I think he's just trying to sort his team out to get them all on the same page.
I fully agree with you. That was perfectly said. But what I was saying of Aaron Rodgers, next 2 matchups, New England and Giants, pretty good matchups. But it depends if they're winning or not in the game system. But I like Dubs a lot going forward.
Yep. Christian Watson, I still love him and I champion him. I know what he was. He's like a knockout puncher. He's not a great route runner or none of that. But you don't need – Tyreek Hill was never a great route runner, right? He's a better route runner now. I just like the boom, the long plays down the field. That's how I think that wins you fantasy weeks. So I think Christian Watson is going to be fine. I think he just got to get in there and catch a ball and hold on to it
Yeah,
for
after
once.
he dropped that long pass, he didn't get that much.
I was sick. I seen it. I'm like, bro, you're not concentrating. You know you drop balls. You cannot drop the first ball that Aaron Rodgers throws you. Like, at least, do something, man.
Wasn't that like Jamar Chase last year? Jamar Chase dropped a couple balls in the beginning.
Yes, early. Yes, he did. Yep,
early, yeah.
He did. Yep, he did. And KJ says, glad to see you here, brother. Always showing support to the channel. He said, should I consider sitting Joe Mixon? He has been bumming it up for me. I have Chase Edmonds, Melvin Gordon, and Alexander Madison on my bench. So this week, because of the injury, you might can play Alexander Madison, but you got to keep rolling him out there, bro. He's your stud. If you want to trade, I would say go ahead and get rid of him. I talked about him all year, man. I think he's a good player. I don't think he fits this team. This team is a passing team. They need a running back that's going to go out for passes. Joe Mixon can go out for passes, but he's not that type of back. I just don't think he match good with this offense. I will leave him alone. I'll get off of him quick, bro. But if you don't trade for him, you got to start him. You don't want to have him on your bench and try to play Melvin Gordon and stuff over him. I think that's too cute. What do you think, Second Take?
Joe Mixon, the past couple of games, they've been down, I want to say, right? The Bengals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've been down, so they can't really run the football that much. So Pirine was in the 2-minute drill. Pirine comes in. But off these things, Mixon is the stud, so you have to start him. Madison, if he's playing, of course, you start him over Mixon. But going back to this, maybe you could try to trade A.J. Dillon and a top receiver for Mixon if you want to get rid of him.
Okay. I like that.
How I think of it.
Yep. And so I'm gonna read some of these starts and sits. I'm gonna get through the rest of these so we can get through these, and then we're gonna knock out some questions. Okay. So if you don't like any of these starts and sits, man, just rebuttal me on it. You got free reign.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. And I think I was on, let me see, Commanders. I did the Commanders and Cowboys. No, I didn't do the Commanders and Cowboys, did I? So let's start with the Commanders and Cowboys. If I'm repeating, it's okay. So for the Commanders, guys, Carson Wentz, you got to roll him out there. He's been having a lot of value, no matter if it's in garbage time or they win it. I think he is okay to start just for fantasy purposes. And this is what we're talking about. Antonio Gibson, I'm rolling him out there. Brian Robinson, as long as he's not out there, Antonio Gibson, I'm starting him every week. Curtis Samuel, you starting Curtis Samuel. You starting Curtis. You got to, because he's just the manufactured target guy. He's the hybrid guy. Terry McLaurin is the number one. Then Johan Dotson, I'm a little nervous, and I think I did talk about this already, but yeah, I'm a little nervous with him. He should be okay, but I'm still starting at least this week one more time. And for the Cowboys, Cooper Rush, I'm rolling him out there. Again, I don't think Dak gets his job back. What do you think? You think Dak can get his job back?
I'm high on Cooper Rush, actually. I'm very high on Cooper Rush.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a QB competition, I hope, but you can't give up Dak his spot. You know what I mean? It's Dak Prescott. I don't think – this is like the Mike White, Zach Wilson situation.
Yeah.
They're not going to
I just don't think Jerry likes him, though.
Jerry said he wants a quarterback competition.
He did. So I don't think Jerry likes Dak.
Oh, Dak. Yeah.
Yeah, because Dak played that game with him when they was getting ready to sign a deal, and Dak had a good game, and Dak was like, no, I don't want that deal no more. And so Jerry, ever since then, Jerry haven't liked him. So it is what it is.
I have one thing to say about the Wentz, Wentz take that you had. Tampa Bay, Brady didn't do anything week one. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow didn't do anything. Last night we saw Daniel Jones do absolutely nothing versus that D line.
Yeah.
So if you have better options, I'd prefer someone over Wentz, but it really depends on your options there.
Yep.
Like in a 10-man league, I wouldn't start Wentz.
No, in a 10-man league, I wouldn't do. Nope.
Because I had someone starting Wentz this week. I was like, what are you doing over Rodgers? But
yeah, exactly. And I always talk from a perspective of a 12-man league, but you're right. In 10-man league, I wouldn't start Carson Wentz either.
12-man, maybe maybe a little bit, but you have to depend on your options, like I said before.
Yeah, you're right. And quarterbacks played bad this past week, so you might have to start him.
Like, let me ask you this. Or Wentz.
I'm going Wentz.
You're going Wentz. Brady or Wentz?
I'm going Brady. I'm going with my stud. Yeah, Mike Evans playing. I'm going with Brady. Yep. And I'm see, that's why I need you to come on, bro. I love that. I love those questions. I can't do it all by myself, man. I gotta have somebody to moderate. Yep.
I just wanted like a which line you prefer.
Yes, and I like that. That's the type of stuff that I need. I can't, that's the type of moderation I need, bro. That was a great question. That helped everybody kind of give them a reference point. But yes, Tony Pollard, Noah Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Dalton Schultz, they all starters. All right, guys. Jaguars versus the Eagles. Let me see. Did I talk about this? I think I did the Jaguars and Eagles. Let's go to the Bills and Ravens. Josh Allen, guys, he's a starter. You know that's easy. Devin Singletary, I'm rolling him out there every week. I don't care the matchup. I got hurt last week because I was like, with Devin, this. So I started him in some leagues, and some leagues I didn't. I'm starting him everywhere in there, guys. He's going to be the player that I think he is. James Cook is going to grow into a role, but Devin Singletary is just going to fight so hard. They got to keep using him. He runs hard. He looks quicker than most of these other guys. I love Devin Singletary. How you feel about Devin Singletary? Second take.
So last week I had Devin Singletary or Tyler Boyd. I had to make a decision. I ended up going Tyler Boyd because he was playing the Jets, and the Jets secondary is not that good besides Sauce Gardner. So I started Tyler Boyd. He got that long touchdown in the end of the first quarter, which was fantastic there. But I think this is Singletary's backfield.
Yep.
James Cook, after he fumbled, they're still not giving him the reign.
Yep.
I would start Singletary as a low-end running back, too, every week.
Yep, I would, too.
Even side of upside because they're the Bills, of course. But.
Yes, that offense is special. So you want to play anybody on that offense that you can.
Exactly.
Yep. And Gabe Davis, I'm okay with Gabe Davis. He's a starter. The number 2 wide receiver, Dawson Knox and Isaiah McKenzie. And I think I did do this game already. But guys, I'm going to just start all these guys. The reason why is Josh Allen can support it. If it was Jared Goff, I don't know. Jared Goff may be a bad one. Let me see. Marcus Mariota, I might be a little bit like, I don't know. But when you just top of the line offenses, they can support a lot of different guys. Does that mean all these guys are going to be the top 12 guys in each week? No. But you just got to play the process of elimination. If you try to find out a tight end, you got to roll out Dawson Knox. You can't wait to a perfect scenario to say, well, this is the week that Dawson Knox is going to hit. You're going to miss it doing that. So you have to wait. So let's go ahead. Second take.
Conklin over Knox, you think?
No, not with Zach Wilson coming back.
Not with Zach Wilson. What about Tonyan?
That's a great question. I would play Knox on the best offense.
All right, then tight end 12-ish. Right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
And let me see. And then so guys, and on the Ravens side, I'm starting Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, Rashad Bateman, Devin Duvernay, and J.K. Dobbins. And J.K. Dobbins, guys, this is the first week that I'm okay just gradually playing them. But don't do it if you got better players than him. Like if you up 3-0, you can play roll J.K. Dobbins and let him grow in case he does get a fall-in touchdown. I think this is the week that he could get a fall-in touchdown. So I'm okay about playing him there. It's like week 4, week 5. That's the timetable that I talked about earlier with his injury. So the Cardinals and Panthers. Kyler Murray, guys. I'm starting Kyler Murray, James Conner, Greg Dortch, Marquise Brown, and Zach Ertz. And I'm okay with playing all these guys because Kyler Murray can handle this value. This offense, Cliff Kingsbury offense can handle a bunch of guys. Even when they don't score, guys, these points are still really good. You don't see that too often. Maybe Buffalo, maybe Baltimore. I don't know if Baltimore, but Bills and the Cardinals, this is the best wide receivers to play because they seem like even if they don't score a touchdown, they still get 8-9 catches for like 100-some yards. And Marquise Brown and Greg Dortch did it last week, so I'm okay with starting all these guys. The Panthers, the only guy that the only few guys that I'm starting is Baker, CMC, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. And it's just because I don't want to miss them. These guys are kind of the 1 and number 2 guys on their team, so you have to kind of just play them if you play anybody from the Panthers. How do you feel about the Panthers side? Will you start Baker Mayfield this week?
I'm not starting Baker Mayfield at all anywhere.
Okay.
I'd rather have Geno Smith over him.
Okay, I like that.
Very high on Geno. The other thing is I want to go back. AJ Green's also out for the Cardinals, which is huge for George and so forth.
Yep.
And there was one more thing I wanted to bring up. DJ Moore, how do you feel about him?
I think you got to keep playing him. That's all you can. If you drafted him, nobody else can save you. Because it's hard. It's going to be hard to trade for somebody right now that's worth value. So I say you got to hold on to him. and kind of just play him at a flex play at the worst case scenario.
Would you say a buy low?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I wouldn't say go buy low. Now listen, if you can steal low, if I can steal them for like, let's give me an example of what a buy low.
Juju?
If I can get Michael Carter, I do Michael
Right.
Carter for him. I do Michael Carter.
What about Juju? Juju or DJ Moore?
I think I give up Juju. I give up Juju.
You give up Juju. Okay.
Yeah, I give up Juju for DJ Moore. Yep.
All right.
Yep. So yeah, guys. So the Broncos. Let's finish with the Broncos and Raiders game. Well, we got a couple more games to go, but so the Broncos: Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon. I'm starting those guys. I'm starting Russell because there's not a lot of quarterbacks out there to start. They really got great matchups. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna let Russell Wilson be a starter today. Like I said, if it's a 10-team league, I wouldn't start Russell Wilson. But in a 12-team league, I'm starting Russell Wilson. Cortland Sutton, that's it. Jerry Jeudy, I don't want to start. I'm holding on to him. I'm not dropping him, but yeah, I'm just not starting. I'm just holding on to him. As far as the Raiders, guys, I do Derek Carr. I'm rolling Derek Carr out there. Josh Jacobs, I'm rolling him out there, but it's just because he's a starting running back. Broncos not bad against the run. And also Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and Darren Waller. You got to start those guys. I think Hunter Renfrow is going to be good coming up this week. You seen what Matt Hollins did. I think that's Hunter Renfrow road. So I think Hunter Renfrow will be fine. Going to the Patriots and Packers games. The only Patriots that I'm starting are three guys. That's Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson, and Jacoby Myers. As far as the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones, Romeo Doubs, Alan Lazard, and Robert Tonyan. Now, listen, that's a lot of guys. But again, guys, I don't know your context of your team. So with my context on my team, A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones is starting. But Romeo Doubs don't have a place on my team, or the Robert Tonyan. But so I just want to put these guys in there, though. You can start these guys. So, but is all these guys going to score high? No. Alan Lazard is definitely a starter. He's the number one wide receiver. I'm starting him over Romeo Doubs. So that's just how I feel about that. All right, guys. So as far as the Chiefs and Buccaneers, Buccaneers, Pat Mahomes for the Chiefs, guys. CEH, Travis Kelce, Juju are all starters for me. On the Buccaneers side, I like Tom Brady, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, Julio Jones, and Russell Gage. And I want to talk about Russell Gage. Russell Gage looked really good. He's a buy low opportunity right now. You got anything to say about Russell Gage or about that for any of these games?
Yeah, I have Russell Gage in a Superflex League, 12-man. I just had to put him in here because there was no Evans, no Godwin, no Julio. And he did pretty good. He's Tom Brady's number one target, I think, without all those three guys there. He was looking for him a lot in the end zone, so just proud. And the Packers, like you said, roll everyone out there to play New England. New England doesn't have Mac Jones. I love it.
Yeah. And listen, and I want to get this context right here. So when we say roll everybody out there, what do you take by that second take? Because you know all these guys are not going to score 20 points, right?
Right.
But they are stars, though, right?
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. So I want you to explain that to the audience.
So, like, rolling guys out there, like Romeo Doubs, he's like, you know where he is, like a flex option, lower-end flex option in deeper leagues. So I think he's going to get 10 points. So I would say I'll put him out there. Devontae Adams, it's just a must start. There's nothing to say about it. But, yeah, or like Aaron Jones, he's a must start. But, yeah. But you know the different tiers of players.
Yeah, it's different tiers of guys. And some guys you just got to roll out there, even though they might not score 20. You can't say, well, I don't think they're going to play good this week. No, if he has a nice starting role and he's getting value, you have to say he's a star. That's the way this business is. And then people can say, Terry, you told me to start Romeo Doubs and he only had 8 points. Bro, I had to say start him. Now, if you gave me a context between Romeo Doubs or DJ Moore, and I told you to start Romeo Doubs over DJ Moore, and Romeo Doubs hits, then that's different. But you asking me just for that Packers game, I got to say all these guys are starters, guys. And I'm glad I got second take here because he can actually help explain that a little bit. I'll be so far out there, it'd be hard for me to break it down as a ground level. So Chiefs versus Buccaneers. Let me see. I think we did that already. So Rams versus 49ers, guys. Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee, and Cam Akers. And guys, Cam Akers is a buy low opportunity. Yes, I said it. I would buy low on Cam Akers and hold him. I think around fantasy playoffs, I think you would have a really good running back on a really good offense.
I'm dropping Darrell Henderson. I'm dropping Darrell Henderson in my 10
I got you. Yeah. I feel you. I understand.
He looks no touches at all last week. It looks like Cam Akers' backfield as we went on. Week 1 tried to scare everyone, but it was Thursday Night Football. Week 1 back, they had to integrate him into the offense.
Gotcha. But yeah. Yep. And Allen Robinson is not a starter. I don't got him, guys. I hate to say it. I usually, that type of guy, I would just tell you roll him out there. I don't really know what to say. For guys that picked him up, I can't, you know what I'm saying? That's like you say, hey, Terry, make a meal, and you got some rotten food there. And I'm like, okay, what can I do to substitute this rotten flour? Maybe don't even use it, right? That's why I don't really know what to tell you about Allen Robinson. I don't think Allen Robinson is a bad player. He's just not the same player, and he's got to go for jump balls. And that's just not the way Sean McVay draws up a lot of his plays. So it is what it is. Jimmy Garoppolo, Jeff Wilson.
1 second.
Go ahead.
I was going to say if A-Rob, it's promising that he's getting touchdown opportunities in the red zone, which is one positive thing I'll go off there. And week 2, he put up 15 points, which is solid. But for now on, I have to wait to see him to perform. Because they have Higbee as their second option, which I love as a late mid-ish tight end.
Yep. Higbee finally getting his targets.
Exactly.
Yep. And Jimmy Garoppolo, Jeff Wilson, George Kittle, Debo, Brandon Ayuk, I'm rolling all those guys out there. Do I think Jimmy gonna support all these guys to be top 12 guys? No, but you got to roll them out there. I feel great about Jeff Wilson. Now they is playing the Rams. But you know what? 49ers running back is always going to get a lot of value. So you kind of have to start them. That's how I look at a 49ers.
And it's Jeff Wilson's backfield.
Yes, it is. Yeah, exactly. And you got George Kittle. George Kittle is Jimmy Garoppolo's best friend. He's get the ball out quick. It's going to go to George. Debo.
How did Kittle do last week?
He did okay. He had some nice targets. I think he had like 6 targets. Look at the targets. He didn't do well with the yards. I think he had
4 receptions, 5 targets, 28 yards.
Yeah.
So that's pretty decent.
And that's for his first week out there with a hurt.
Exactly. And he's playing the Broncos, who had a decent defense, pretty good defense.
Yes.
Actually. So.
Yep. And and then that's Brandon Ayuk. So you're rolling Ayuk out there. Yep.
Ayuk's touchdown was great.
It was. Yep. Ayuk finally got out the doghouse, man. It's hard to get out the doghouse with
in San Francisco.
Yeah, it is. And let me see. And he said so many different type of leads, no variables. Yes, sir.
No, I think it was and. He forgot the A. But.
Oh, okay. He said so many different types of leagues and variables. Yes. So I think I knew what you were saying. You just saying like, man, it's so many different ways and how you have to explain how to play fantasy. It's something. And then when I became a content creator, I really found out. Let me see. KJ says 4-point PPR. I think he was talking about his question earlier.
His trade, about Mixon.
Yeah.
About Mixon or whatever. Yeah, who to start.
Sebastian says, I also got sent Najee Pittman and Ertz for Kupp and Waller. You got sent Najee Pittman and Ertz for Kupp and Waller. I like the Justin Jefferson trade more because Ertz isn't really that bad. Yeah, I think I'll stay with the Jefferson side.
He's getting Kupp and Waller?
Yeah, Kupp and Waller. I don't know who's his tight end. He said he had Ertz, right?
Yeah, he has Ertz. I think Waller's a big upgrade compared to Ertz. And Kupp is much better than Pittman, but I prefer the Jefferson side. Yeah, because you're giving up Najee. That's just me.
Yeah. And I like Najee, man. I think he's a good, safe floor running back, man. You know, It's hard to find a good running back. Like, would you give up Najee? And I know this not a trade, but who you think gonna do better, Najee or Devin Singletary?
Najee. I'm still saying
that's what I'm saying. So it's hard to find. If you get rid of a guy, it's hard to find these guys.
I got one for you. CMC or Najee? CMC or Najee? Because they've been putting up similar numbers.
You're right. That's a great question. So this is what I say, bro. For the fantasy, win the fantasy football playoffs and win a championship, CMC. I think CMC is going to be great when week 12, week 13 come around because I think they're going to use them a little bit more. They're not going to be as safe. They don't want to get them hurt early in the season.
You answered that there for me. Thank you.
And let me see. So, yeah, man, I stay with the Justin Jefferson side. KJ said, that's what happened for me this week. Played my best players. Most of them busted. Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones, Mike Williams, Gabe Davis, all busted for me this week. That's what happens, bro. And there ain't nothing else you could do. You know, you're not gonna try to go and get cute and say, "Well, I should have sit Joe Mixon and not played Mike Williams." Like nobody can play fantasy like that. If you know that guy can do that, let me know. Tell him hey, let me see him. I want to watch his channel.
Just like Tyreek Hill, he went all versus Baltimore and now versus Buffalo.
Exactly. And you got to take it. You got to take it. You can't even be worried about it. Yep. Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Appreciate everybody being here.
Cutting edge content.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sean Bond said, "What's good, bro?" That's my homie Sean right there. He said, "What's good, bro?" Start Schultz, Logan, or Smith Jr. at tight end. Start 2. London, Higgins, Pierce. Thanks, bro. So between Schultz, Logan, and Smith. Oh, buddy, that's gonna be rough because I want to say Schultz but Schultz is hurt.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's gonna play this week, but I don't
know. I would say I go if Dalvin doesn't play, I would say Irv Smith Jr. If Dalvin doesn't play, that's gonna give a couple more targets that makes me feel good about playing Irv Smith.
But I think it's Irv Smith either way.
Yeah, Logan, I can't go to Logan.
Dallas.
Yeah,
he just had a bad game.
Yeah, I just can't go to Logan. I got to see a lot more before I have to tell anybody to play Logan.
And he's been targeting Terry a lot, Scary Terry.
Yes, he has. He is. Yep. Especially last week. I think that was a right game for Terry McLaurin. Chris, what's going on, Chris? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Glad to see you here, bro. He says, so my team is hurt. Amon-Ra, Debo, Eckler, Fournette, Waller, Pierce. Okay, I'm 3-0. Should I try to trade either Eckler or Fournette, considering they are both underperforming? I think you should try to trade Eckler. Only if you're going to get some good back from him. I don't know. What you think he should go and get for Eckler?
This is what I think. If I'm 3-0, why change it? You're winning. That's how I think of it. But if you want to trade get rid of Eckler, maybe like what we were saying before, someone that also is underperforming, mix it and get another piece. I like 2-for-1s with getting the 2 side of it.
There you go. Yes, sir. Look at him. Look, old boy. Look at Second Take showing off. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with him 100%. And KJ says, feel bad for Sterling Sherpitt. Kid can't catch a break. Let me say this, bro. And I salute him because, look, these guys are warriors. They get hurt. That's why, as long as he get his bag, he got his bag. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. That's why I'm big about people getting their bags. Bro, you can go down at any time. As long as you get your bag, it's okay. I don't feel sorry for the injury because you play that type of sport. It's like boxing. You can get knocked out as long as you get paid. So Sterling Sherpitt, as long as his bag is fat, his kids are going to be good, his family in the future are going to be good. That's the main point. I don't want to get so esoteric, but of course I feel bad about the injury because Sterling Sherpitt is a great wide receiver. And, maybe he might be able to come back because speed was never his thing. Maybe his quickness stays there. Who knows? Judah says, Ramondre season. Hey, I think Ramondre is going to be fine. I think it might be time to start playing him. I don't know why Bill played him that much this week. Do you know what the difference was between week 1 and this week?
This could be just me, how I thought of it, but Ty Montgomery went down, so they've more put him into the offense as time went along. And there were more, and it was more of a passing game. Because it's the Ravens, you have to pass their stuff, and Harris is not a passing down running back.
Gotcha. Okay. And Ignitus, what's going on, bro? Glad to see you here. He says, should I be dropping T.J. Hawkinson for a Njoku or a Tyler Conklin? I have Amon-Ra, so I don't really want 2 Lions.
Now you got to keep T.J. Hawkinson. When did you draft him? Like 6th round? You have to keep him.
Exactly. I don't think you can just drop him. But, bro, you need to have Njoku on your team. He needs to have Njoku on his team to push Hawkinson. You know what I'm saying?
Just in case he might have competition.
Yes, I think so. So you need to try to find a way to get Njoku. Because Njoku going to be better than Hawkinson, but you can't drop Hawkinson like Second Take saying.
I had Pitts last year, and I had to pick up another tight end just to have a competition going on because I couldn't roll Pitts every week because what he was doing. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. And United says, nice NASA shirt. I like it. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Man, I got to get eventually, man, when this channel go up, I'm going to get another channel, guys. There's a lot of other stuff that I like to talk about. And I think we probably have a lot of common stuff that we like to chop it up about in life. So, guys, I got to let this channel boom first, but eventually I'm going to talk about some other things too. Nida says, bro, don't sit Mixon for them if he plays. Yeah, if he plays, I don't know who we said to play, but if it's a killer start.
Madison?
No.
Was it Madison? Or was it? I remember it was Mixon, Madison. Edmonds, and I forgot the other guy. I'll look.
Okay. If Dalvin Cook doesn't play and Madison's out there, I'm playing Madison over Mixon. That's just me. And Chris says, I actually just now got offered a trade. I get Barkley, Johnson, and Jacobs. Barkley, and I don't know who Deontay Johnson and Jacobs for Eckler, Debo, and Pierce. Do I accept? Nah, you got to keep Debo, Pierce, and Eckler. Yeah,
Barkley's
I can't do
great
it.
and all, but Jacobs I got it too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna click the comment and I'll go from there. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I can't click it. I'll just say it out loud then. Should I consider starting Joe? Should I consider sitting Joe Mixon? He has been bumping it up for me. I have Chase Edmonds, Melvin Gordon, Alexander Madison on my bench. I think that's what he was referring to.
I will only do it for Madison if he gets, if he's got the backfield by himself.
Exactly. That's what we were saying before. Anyway.
Yep. And Debo, do I accept this? So we said no. And he says, I need help ASAP. I got you, Chris. And tonight it says, I wouldn't make that trade, Chris, but it's so close. Yes, it's close, but I got. Yeah, he's talking. Yep. And Chris says, it's so close, bro. Yep. And Ian Taylor, what's up? He said, second take, I thought you were a boy, man. That's you, huh? Great tandem is TD. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm surprised too, man. You wouldn't think the guy that be typing the stuff that he typed would look like him, right? I didn't either, man. I'm surprised. You look like a nice guy, man. You look so mean through the chat. Through the chat, you look like a guy like, I'm gonna talk shit to everybody. Yeah, that was funny. I needed that one, man.
It's good to get some laughter going.
It is, man. It is, especially being a little bit under the weather.
You feeling better?
Yes, I am, man. I'm feeling a lot better, man. And I apologize to you guys because I usually would have done the live right before the game, man. But I've been sick. I ain't had no energy, and I didn't want to be like, hey,
yeah, exactly. Talk monotone like
exactly, yeah, exactly. Not me, I can't do it.
Yeah, your energy.
Yeah, you know it. So, but yeah. But United says, Chris, if you want to make your team look better, then make the trade. However, I don't know if it makes your team better. I don't know if that makes sense, but I get what he's saying.
Take the deal.
Yeah, if you like Barkley, like I said, it's your team. It's always your team. I'm just giving advice. And United says, Debo looking kind of, not really. I think Debo looking good. It's just the big plays. You can't expect everybody to have a big play every week. I think as Jimmy get back with this offense, they changed the play calls a little bit because you got to notice that the play designs is for Trey Lance to throw the ball deep this year. So they got to switch it up to be able to let Jimmy throw the ball underneath and get those guys out in space again. So they just got to give them a little bit, give them a couple weeks. They'll be fine. I think
also Kittle's coming back.
Yeah.
Also Kittle's back, so they have to get everything back.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Debo gonna be fine. And Ian says, second take, what's up? Great tandem with TD. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
What's up, Ian?
Yeah, listen, guys, he's been doing content with me so long, he know how to chastise me. That's what it is. He know how to chastise me. We've been doing content together so long. Inida says, and Eckler. So he was talking about that trade earlier, I think so.
Yeah.
And Sebastian said, Aaron Jones, Mike Williams, and Ertz for Cup and Waller. Aaron Jones, Mike Williams, Ertz for Cup and Waller. Yeah, I do that.
It depends on your running back depth, but just looking at it in a vacuum, I would say my Cup over Williams, Waller over Ertz, Aaron. Yeah, I would take that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because if you trade Aaron Jones, you can't be weak at running back. You can't.
Exactly. Even though he had a couple bad weeks, it's always Dylan.
Exactly. And I think Dylan. Go ahead.
Sorry. All right. How surprising was it? Like the first quarter, they said 14 points. Ever since, nothing. No points after that for the Packers.
Right? Which week? Last week?
This past week versus Tampa, they had 14 points and then nothing since.
Well, they got young players, man. That's inconsistency.
I think it was more Tampa defense. They had a new system at halftime, and they brought everyone together.
Yes, they do. They do. Tampa. So it's both of them. It's also Aaron Rodgers. That's why I'm okay with playing running backs on this team, because even though they might have a bad matchup, because I know Aaron can get to the green zone, but it's also matchups too. So I think they did really good They showed you their potential with the young players with Romeo Dobbs, but as the game got going, they didn't have nothing else to give because they're still young players. They got to learn because it's like chess. You got to make a move off another move.
Exactly.
And so once Romeo Dobbs did all this moves, they were like, okay, we know what you're about to do now. And so they kind of horned them down a little bit. But I think they're gonna be fine going forward. Week 13. Aaron Rodgers is trying to win a Super Bowl this year, bro. He can do it. This defense is really good. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then I'm sorry, United says, Sebastian, did you get offered that? And KJ says, my new strategy with Mike Williams as a player on my team, I will play him every other week. He does not play good every week, only every other week. Hey, that's a strategy, but I don't know if that's gonna work for me. No. I'll just roll him out there every week.
Herbert's injured. That's why.
Yep.
Herbert's injured. We saw last week.
Yep. I'll just roll Mike Williams out there every week.
And Keenan Allen was hurt the week before. Yep. So that was another thing.
Sebastian says, Eddie Knight, he texts me on iMessage, not an official trade. Okay, not an official trade.
I hate that on the iMessage and then on the app. Because then they could say, oh, look, I'm going to back out. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, halfway through.
And Knight says, well, if he does send that, accept it. Getting Cup and Waller is nasty. Yes, sir. I agree.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Beginning of the season, you had Jefferson. Do you change your mind, Jefferson and Cup, or is it still Jefferson?
I'm still going with Jefferson. I can't. I'm not. I haven't got off of it yet. But it looks like that Cup may be above reproach. What I mean, like nobody can stop him.
Exactly.
Excuse me. But I'm still going Jefferson. I just think Jefferson can give you 3-4. I mean, he could go really dumb. But you're right. That's a great question, man. Cooper Cup might probably prove me wrong. He's probably going to prove me wrong. Let me see. Yeah, he says, Noah, I'm glad to see you here, Noah. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, bro. Great fantasy football community here. He says, start Lawrence or Wilson. Lawrence all day. Lawrence all day. Yep. Jack Booz, what's up, bro? And Jack says, Hall or Connor, should I trade McLaurin for one of them? No, I wouldn't trade McLaurin for one of them.
I would say Hall if I had to pick one. I would trade McLaurin for Hall because I think it's still Michael Carter's backfield, like what we were saying, but it's somewhat 50-50. But Carter's rolling them out there.
But what about what his receivers? If he traded McLaurin, he must got some great wide receivers.
Yeah, exactly. Should I trade McLaurin? Oh, he has McLaurin.
Yeah, should I trade McLaurin?
I read that wrong. Yep. I would get Connor. if I was that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll get
Connor. I can't do it. I can't trade that wide receiver for one of those running backs that can go down. I love Terry McLaurin. But I get what you said. If you strong,
I don't think of it like that. Like you could have a handcuff of Connor and Ito Benjamin, and you're fine off that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
McLaurin, you could find any other receiver. That's how I think of it. Not really zero RB. I think of it more of one top RB, and you can get RB later, like AJ Dillon, which I
gotcha. Okay. That's a different perspective. I respect it. Brad S says, is Breach Hall a decent flex option yet, or wait and see for another week? No, he's a decent flex play. What you think?
Depends on your options. That's really what it is. But yeah, if you need to put him out there, put him out there. I think he'll be good next week versus Pittsburgh without TJ Watt. And the Steelers let Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt run all over them. I'm not comparing Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt to Breece Hall, but Breece Hall has PPR upside, and I think Zach Wilson will target.
It's a perfect comparison. You're not talking about the players per se. You're just talking about the way they do it.
I'm not talking about That's what I was saying.
Yeah, great comparison. I'm sorry, Swavy. Hey, glad to see you here, Swavy. Great fantasy football community here. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, bro. He said, would you trade either Sutton or Higgins for DeAndre Hopkins, and you weren't starting either right now? No, I'm keeping Sutton and Higgins. They too good. No, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you here. I don't want to call you Bruh, but you know what? That's just a term. I'm gonna call you Bruh. Glad to see you here, Nona. She says, do I drop Russell Wilson and pick up Derek Carr for the rest of the season, or should I wait and see how Russell plays? I'm gonna let Second take this on because I think he know what I'm gonna say.
TD's gonna say Derek Carr, but I'm gonna say something else. If you could pick up both of them and have both of them on your roster, I would have a competition off that. But if you had to pick one, I'm still going Wilson. Let Russ cook. I'm still confident in Wilson until week 8. But
Okay.
depends on your roster.
I love what he said for the totality. I think you should get both of them, but in a vacuum, I just disagree with him. I'm gonna go with Derek Carr. As long as Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller are healthy, they gotta let him pass. They're not trying to run the ball. So I would say Derek Carr, because Russell Wilson, I believe Javonte might take over this team, him and Melvin Gordon, just to keep them fantasy valuable. And also good and relevant. Because I don't know if Russell Wilson is going to be throwing the ball around the yard like everybody thought he was. Alfred Williams, what's up, bro? Long time no see. He said, what's good, bro? Y'all killing it. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Allen Diggs, Water, Najee Harris, CEH, and Joku, London. Who should I get? Traded bench, Pat, ETN, Brandon Cooks, Houston, Burks, Cooks, Rashad White, Brian Robinson, Washington Wentz. Okay, he says Allen Diggs, Water, Najee Harris, and then Joku.
Is that Keenan Allen or Josh Allen?
It's got to be Keenan Allen.
Or maybe is it Josh Allen because that's first.
Oh, the quarterback. Okay. Yeah. Josh Allen. Yeah, okay, that's Josh Allen. I think you're right. We're going to assume it's Josh Allen for this.
Okay.
And he said, who should you get? He said, who should I get? Traded bench.
Yeah, I would try to get rid of Wentz. You don't need him. You have Josh Allen. Also, CH, maybe. Do you think CH could produce this often or not? Because he could be a sell high.
You talking about CEH?
Yeah.
I think I would sell high on CEH. That's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm trying to look at your team. I love Njoku, CEH, Najee Harris, Water. Yep. London. I love London. I love Njoku. The bench, ETN, Brandon Cooks. I think you're fine, bro. I think you just got to wait it out. I think you're fine. I think what he said, I think if you want to go and get rid of Wentz, you can do that, but it's a backup quarterback. So, I mean, I don't know.
And he's 2-1, he said later in the comments. So, 2-1, you shouldn't be trading, I feel like.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes people in fantasy just want to get the willing and dealing man for so much, and it's not. No, just sit pat. Sit pat sometimes.
Maybe get a better tight end in a way. If you have Njoku,
yes.
You could do that too. But there's lots of different options to go with this team. I like the team how it's set up, though.
Yeah, I like the team too, man. Ian Taylor says, I need a wide receiver bad. Should I trade Pierce for Amari Cooper or already got Barkley and McCaffrey? I don't know about Amari Cooper. I think he could get something better than Amari.
You probably could, yeah, for after Pierce's breakout.
Yeah. I say get something better. I say get T. Higgins or somebody. Yeah, I do too. I love Barkley and McCaffrey. I think you got a championship winning players, bro. I think you can win a championship with those two running backs. Hold on to McCaffrey. Don't let nobody get you off of them. Alfred says, I just took my first L this past week, 2-1. I have the most points in the league. Bro, you good. You good.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's what I was doing last year. I had the best points in the league. I sat pretty. 2 years ago, I was trading nonstop, and my team fell apart like that. So.
Yep. And I think I remember talking to you because I remember you asking me, like, what should I do, bro? I said, bro, you need to sit pat. He's like, no, man, I got to make that move. I got to make a move. I get it. Hey,
sometimes you have to play offense or defense. It really depends on.
And bro, I'm weak to it too. I hold on to players too long sometimes. I'm willing to go down with the ship that way. I don't want to get off something quick, right? It's like stocks. Yep. What you think is the best way of getting a stock? Do you go, I made 5,000, I'm getting rid of the stock? Why? Hold on to it, right? Go down with it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's better than some of them. I might go down and I might lose all my money. I'm okay because I'm gonna hit on some of them like that. So I feel like flip flopping. Oh, I'm a hold. Nope, I'm gonna change. Hold, change. Then that's when you're gonna.
This is a perfect example. Yep. Perfect example I had in my league last year. So someone dropped Waddle like before the season even started. I was like, why is he on the waiver? So I picked him up and he boomed. I dropped Michael Carter last year, and that didn't go well. But yeah, I was too quick to dropping the people. But I have to let it relax when they're rookies.
Yeah. And that's the main thing with rookies. It takes them a little bit longer.
Like Chris Olave has been performing last week. And the past couple of weeks, he's getting receptions. I don't know about MT and Jarvis Landry though, if the injuries, if they're going to play or not. But
I don't think Jarvis Landry is going to play. ETN, I don't know. But you're talking about ETN, right?
No, MT, Michael Thomas.
Oh, MT. Oh, okay. Yeah, Michael Thomas, I think he's going to play because they said it was just a little bitty injury, a toe. I think it was a toe.
All right.
And Office says, thanks, fellas. Anytime, bro. And Swabby says, I'm panicking on Dalvin Cook's injury, bro. Trying to sell like crazy. Yeah, man, but don't give him away. If you can't get nothing good for him, yeah, you should have Madison. Everybody knows if you get Dalvin, you got to buy Madison before something happens.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. And XX says, let me know if y'all can help. I got Swift, Ken Walker, Penny, Henderson, Brian Robinson. Wide receivers, Jamar, AJ Brown, Marquise Brown, Amon St. Brown, Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore. I'm 3-0. Should I make a trade or hold? I know what
I would say.
Second take, he gonna say hold because you 3-0.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't because all these players.
Okay.
Swift is injured.
Yep.
So you only have Walker, Penny, where you could start both of them, which you like, starting both of the two running backs in the system. And Henderson, I don't think has a job anymore. I think it's Akers' backfield sooner in the next weeks and coming. Brian Robinson, he's injured, so I don't think that would be the best option. I would try to trade one of those Jets receivers and maybe Penny or Walker, whichever one you like. For
I will hold on to Penny or Walker because one of those guys are always going to be the starter. Both of these guys are not going to go down, so I will hold on to them. If you want if you could trade Swift if you want to and go get you something right there, get you two for one. You can get you Connor and Najee or something like that. That's what I mean.
Exactly,
if you want to do,
like what I was saying, Robinson has no value. He's not playing. Henderson's not his backfield right now, so you need to make a move there. Maybe if you want, just trade Hollywood Pie, but I don't know how you think of that.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think you could trade any. I mean, I'd trade any of those Arizona wide receivers as long as they're not.
And you have Amon-Ra. So you don't need Brown technically.
You don't.
And you have Higgins, Wilson, and Moore. All very good receiver options.
Or I can tell you this. Or I would trade Jamar Chase and try to get 1 for 3 or 1 for 2.
Yeah, that's another thing you got to think of.
Because you got AJ Brown, and Amon-Ra and Higgins. And Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, you're going to have 3 breakout receivers that don't even include Jamar.
See, you didn't do it. You can't do it like that. It's AJ Brown, new brother in town.
Okay. Have you ever heard that song? Song?
No. First time was from you before.
Bro, you need to go look. When we get off this live, go look up the song called Doo-Doo Brown.
All right.
It's called Doo-Doo Brown.
Look it up.
And he said his quarterback is Lamar. Yes, sir, man. You got to kill a quarterback. He's going to win the MVP.
So TD said. TD said Lamar and Trey Lance. That's his 2 quarterbacks.
That was my 2 quarterbacks. And Trey's going to be good. I don't care what
Trey was going to be good. Yeah,
he was going to be good. He
got 2 unlucky weather games.
He did, and he was going to grow into his role. And Lamar was going to say, "I got your back, bro." Just TD said he going to let you grow into his role. I'm gonna score 60 points for you until you grow into your role, right? Yeah, so exactly. I was good. Yeah.
You had Lamar and Lance in our league that you did with the Superflex, and your team's looking at it very well right now.
Yeah, it is. I gotta win that league too because I know you're gonna hold that against me. I know I gotta.
My team has not been well either. Not the best scoring, but I am 3-0, so I'll take it.
Yes.
Anyway.
It's early. And Swabby says I didn't get Madison, and I'm a 10th on the waiver wire. He says trying to get Joe Mixon for Cook. I did get Madison.
How long is Cook out for? That's the question.
1 week. It's week to week. Okay. Yeah. He got to get an injection. He'll be all right.
Maybe you get Herbert off. You can't get Herbert off with Richie James. That's who I want.
Yeah. You can get Richie James. Yep, off the waivers. There's a couple other guys that's really good off the waivers too, man.
Yeah. I haven't really been looking at the waivers recently this week, but yeah.
Go check out my video from earlier, bro. My live earlier.
Perfect.
Yeah. And Ethanol, he says, bro, Miles Sanders is the RB2 and drafted DK over Saquon. Woo! And Javonte, I'm good, right? He said, and drafted DK over Saquon. No, you shouldn't have drafted DK over Saquon. Yeah. And Javonte, I'm good, right? Who's your other RB? I like Miles Sanders. I do too. I think that's sneaky.
Yeah.
And I think DK
gonna be wide receiver 1 off this list. I think he's his wide receiver 1 because he drafted him over Saquon in the 3rd round, maybe.
Yeah. Let me know who your RB1 is.
Yeah. That would help.
Because if you don't have a good RB1, I'm pretty sure you got a good one. If you don't got a good RB1, man, you might be in trouble. You might
But
have
this
to
goes
move off
back
of
to what we
receiver.
were saying. Like in the vacuum, like TD has a one-on-one OnlyFans thing that helps you
Mhm.
with all this roster. We're just doing this now real quick, just going off
Exactly.
with the roster. But if you want like a whole
Yep.
in-depth thing, TD got you.
Yes, and guys, that's why so much. I'm watching 2 computers trying to do
Exactly.
everything. It's rough, so that's why I graze you. You know, like a certain long questions, I kind of just graze over them because I don't have the time to sit there for 5-10 minutes to answer one question.
Because you
But
could
that's
go like
why
5 minutes per question on
yeah,
this. And
yeah, right. And XX says I was going to play Penny and Walker until Brian Robinson Swift comes back. He said I was going to play Penny and Walker until Brian Robinson. I don't know if you want to squeeze this backfield because Walker's not getting the role yet. He's not getting that role yet.
Exactly.
So I would try to find something off waivers, bro. Go get Craig Reynolds.
I wish I knew who that was.
Yeah, that's the backup running back for Jamal Williams.
Oh,
so he's gonna play. He's gonna play the DeAndre Swift role.
Maybe this is cutting it, but Zach Moss. That's just a throw in or something. I don't know.
I'd rather get James Cook because Devin Singletary does a lot of what Zach Moss does, but he doesn't do a lot of what James Cook does.
No.
And Noah says, Noah Bonecutter, what's up, bro? He says, my team is Mary, Jefferson, St. Brown, Mixon, Javonte Williams, Ertz, and Sutton at the flex. With Fournette, Schultz, Allen Robinson, Gary Wilson, Carr, and Dortch on the bench with 1 to 2 start suggestions. With a 1 to 2 start suggestions. Okay, my team's with a 1 to 2 start.
Like who to start over someone else, maybe?
I guess that's what he's saying. Let me see.
Maybe we'll ask him, rephrase this question.
Yeah, but I'm going to look at the guys that he got with Fournette. Yeah, with the Fournette one, let me see. Would I put Fournette over Sutton? No.
Would you put Fournette over Mixon or Javonte?
No. Maybe Mixon. I'll put Fournette over Mixon because he's volatile. He had an ankle injury.
And I like their offense a lot more.
Yeah, I do too.
Buccaneers.
Other than that,
Garrett Wilson, I can't trust.
No, you can't get none of these guys in the lineup right now. They just bench guys right now.
And I like Sutton actually. And who do they have next week? Denver.
Who, Sutton?
Yeah, who does Sutton have next week? Raiders. I love it.
Okay, yep.
Raiders.
Yep.
I love that for Sutton. And the Raiders corners are not that good. I don't think so, at least. But yeah, we have time till later in the week.
Yep. So you gotta wait it out. XX says I wanted to trade Marquise for Breach. I don't know, man. It depends on what your team looks like. If you got plenty of wide receivers, then yeah, because Breach Hall is gonna be good going later in the season. I mean, man, I'm kind of a little worried about Zach Wilson too. Yes.
1 second. He has Jamar, AJ Brown, Hollywood, Amara, Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore.
So he can afford to trade Marquise for Breach. I don't know if I would do Breach.
Because he has Swift, Walker, Penny, and Henderson and Brian Robinson as his running backs. And you can't start Henderson or Robinson.
Gotcha.
So you're going to have to squeeze the backfield because Swift is out. So I think for your circumstance, you have to. But try to get someone better.
Yeah, I would try to get someone better than Breach. Breach is
fine,
but I think
always
you can do
your
better.
last option.
Exactly. Yep. Great. Thank you, Secretary. That was awesome help, bro. Awesome. And Swabby says, thoughts on giving up Russell Wilson and Nick Chubb for Jalen Hurts and James Conner. My running backs are Chubb, Eckler, Cook, Saquon Dobbins, and A.J. Dillon. He said, thoughts on giving up Russell Wilson and Nick Chubb for Jalen Hurts and James Conner. Yes. Giving up Russell Wilson for Nick Chubb and Jalen. Giving up Russell Wilson and Nick Chubb for Jalen Hurts and James Conner. Because he getting Jalen Hurts, man. You got to have them top quarterbacks to win this year, bro.
It really comes down to Nick Chubb. How high do you think he's going to be? Running back 5, running back 10 by the end of the year? Running back? What running back?
He got Eckler. He got Saquon. He got A.J. Dillon.
Yeah. Then do it. Get Jalen Hurts.
Yes. Get Jalen Hurts, man. That's going to make your team so much better.
What do you think Chubb is going to be? What do you think Chubb's going to be out of all that? 5, 10?
He might be top 12, possible top 5.
12?
But it doesn't. Okay. But you can't get caught up in that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to make your team better.
Exactly.
You got that quarterback. If you don't have a top quarterback, bro, your guy's gonna be 60 points and your guy gonna be scoring 23.
Exactly.
And you're gonna be like, damn. So I think you need that quarterback. Chubb is
Exactly.
not going to outscore Saquon or AJ Dillon that much to be by himself in the tier like Jalen Hurts.
But TD, this is like what we were saying all before. Just like with the question about the Seattle backfields, it depends on your team. Like this, he has so much running back depth in the quarterback.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. Yep. I agree 100%. And Francisco, what's up, bro? He said Darrell Henderson, Dameon Pierce, Breach Hall, or Khalil Herbert for the rest of the season. Rest of the season, I'm going Dameon Pierce. And I'm going to rate these guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Dameon Pierce, Khalil Herbert, Breach Hall.
When Montgomery's back, what do you do? Do you sell high on one of these running backs, or just Herbert? Like after next week, you sell Herbert, or you just stick with it?
I think Khalil ends up getting 60-40, 50-50.
Okay.
I don't think David Montgomery. If Khalil Herbert goes off for these next 2 games, and David Montgomery doesn't, it's okay, and Khalil Herbert booms, they're not gonna give David Montgomery the full reins anymore. They're gonna keep splitting. Oh. So I feel like Khalil Herbert gonna have the upside. But I would rate it Dameon Pierce first. Yeah. Dameon Pierce is the main guy. Darrell Henderson, no. Darrell Henderson, no. It's about Dameon Pierce and then Khalil Herbert, then Breach Hall, then Darrell Henderson. And Breach Hall is not a bad play. He's just longer in the season. Yeah. He says, I'm 3-0 and it will be a bench play. Yeah. So, bro, you fine. Dameon Pierce is the guy.
Yeah.
And Ed Tate says, you said Roll Conklin out there. I played Lamb last night. You said Roll Conklin. I don't think I said Roll Conklin over CD Lamb.
Oh, on the flex? In the flex?
Yeah,
like
I
don't think. You can't start 2 tight ends.
No. Yeah, I never. Yeah, and I always gonna say play your studs. So I would never play a Conklin over Lamb.
He had a good game last week. Lamb. Yeah. Not this versus the Giants. The week before he had like 14 points.
He did.
For Cincinnati,
he did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was getting his receptions. Cooper Rush is actually a pretty good quarterback. I think he's a good starter.
He is. Yep. But yeah, ask that question. Let me know more context with that, Ed. And Kay, what's going on, Kay? He said, would you trade away Devontae and Gus Edwards for Aaron Jones and Ramondre? Devontae Adams.
Half-point PPR.
Would I trade away Devontae Adams and Gus Edwards for Aaron Jones and Ramondre? No, I would not.
It's really a 2-for-1. Aaron Jones and Ramondre for Adams. If you need running back depth,
I wouldn't do it. You can get better players, bro. You got Devontae Adams is the touchdown man. Like, especially half-point PPR.
They're trying to trade high on Stevenson. I don't think he's going to put up 20 off there. And Jones is 50-50 with Dillon, you know what I mean? So,
yes. Do one-on-one with Mondre. Then. I'm not getting rid of no Devontae. Man, it's so hard to come around these type of guys.
You can't.
Yeah, it's too many targets that he's getting. You can't get it off of him. Devontae is a beast.
He's a top 5 receiver. You can't.
And Ed takes Zay Jones on the waiver wire. Go get him right now.
I got it. Zay Jones or Marvin Jones?
Zay Jones. Yeah, he's younger. That's why. And Juke, what's going on, Juke? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. You had a great fantasy football community. Love to see you here, bro. He says, should I try trading Najee and Devontae Smith for Swift? No. That's too much.
Smith is putting up top numbers right now, and I think he'll be somewhere wide receiver 2 range, which I'm fully fine with. Now with A.J. Brown there, it's giving so much attention to A.J. Brown. Smith is doing pretty good. I want to go off topic, but Gainwell. Why is he not been getting that much carries, I don't think. Right?
Nope. Miles Sanders has beat him out. Well, I ain't saying beat him out, but they don't need Kenneth Gainwell right now. So Miles Sanders going to keep riding. And is he volatile? He could go down. But I still don't say Kenneth going to get all the work. It's still going to be Austin Scott.
That's what they did last year, I think. Yeah, with Scott.
That's what they did. I would keep
Najee.
Yep.
I would keep Najee over Swift. That's just me, though.
Yep.
I think I'd still rather have Najee over Swift one-on-one.
Yeah, because Najee's going to be healthy for you. That's why you got to understand. You got to understand fantasy valuable players. Some guys can boom, but they can go down at any time. Where Najee might not have that boom like DeAndre Swift, but he's going to be there for you every week.
I got another thing to say to you, TD. Okay. With Swift, there's Jamal Williams there, but with Najee, he's by himself. And, yeah, that's another way I think of it.
But Swift is such a boom guy. It don't matter who his handcuff is. It don't matter how much work Jamal Williams is taking from him. It doesn't matter. Swift
And
can
what do you
boom
say?
past that.
What do you say about the past couple weeks then? Why hasn't Swift been last week? Because he was injured, probably. That's what you'll say.
I love that game, that type of game. He got injured last week, but I actually loved the weeks before. Man, it didn't bother me. Jamal Williams, it didn't bother me that he was still in the touchdown. Yeah,
that's why I think Jamal got more of the
That's
workload.
why. That's why.
Yeah,
yep.
That's what I was thinking more of that. But yeah, just want to get your perspective on that. Anyway.
Yep. Sis, try trading Najee and Devontae for Swift. No, I will hold on.
Yep.
And XX, great question, bro. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. XX says that's y'all. Some great advice. Thank you, bro. And Ethanol says, can DK Metcalf be top wide receiver one? Probably not, but anything is possible. And I'm not gonna never doubt DK because I know he's special and his hands has got better this year, so he's special. He's my wide receiver one. Other running back is Dalvin. I'm not that high on Dalvin, but you might have to just squeeze Dalvin for what you can get him out of him. But I do like Metcalf. I don't know if he's going to be the wide receiver one, but he's going to be a top 24 guy easy.
He's a high-end wide receiver too, I would say. Or mid, maybe around there. But yeah. Anyway.
Ian says, what's y'all take on Justice Hills in the Ravens running back backup role as a stash? I think he's a good stash, but Gus Edwards is coming. He's temporary. So if you need to start this week or next week, he's that type of start. He's not rest of the season type starting.
This might be me, but I haven't watched that much Baltimore. Lamar is just running it every single time, and they have J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, so I don't think.
Yep.
Maybe in a deep league, but not.
Yep,
like
deep league. Yep.
14 maybe. Yeah.
Yep. Noah says, I am saying my record is 1-2, and any trade suggestions. That's what he was saying. Was there any trade suggestions?
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I think we gave him some trade suggestions.
Yeah. I just like knowing the record just to see what point they are.
I agree. Ethan Carey says, should I start Tua at Bengals or Carr versus Denver? It depends on if Tua plays. We don't know if Tua going to play. They might have to hold him out because of that fake. They didn't say that he had a concussion, even though they lied. So I would say Carr. Yeah, I would say Carr.
Because I hate Thursday night football. Yeah. Thursday night football, starting your player. Because then you could be down so much, and then Sunday's not enjoyable for me, at least.
Exactly. You're right.
Because I had A-Rob week 1.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Sunday came along, and I made a huge comeback. I was so happy. It was phenomenal.
And Ethan said, should I trade Glenn Davis for Hollywood Brown? I think he said Gabe Davis for Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
No. Not on this number one offense. What you think?
Yep. This is a tough question. I would say Gabe Davis because D-Hop's coming back. That's how I think of it.
I think D-Hop helps Hollywood.
You think D-Hop helps Hollywood? I think he's getting all the targets right now. I think, just like what you said with the other thing, Gabe Davis is number one offense. Hollywood's getting receptions now, but I still don't think, even with D-Hop there, I still think D-Hop's going to get his targets. Hollywood's going to go down a little bit, maybe low-end wide receiver 2. But
Yeah, I agree with that.
Would you say he's a wide receiver 2 right now, low-end or flex, Hollywood?
Oh, he's a wide receiver. He's a wide receiver 1.
You think he's a top 10 receiver, top 12 receiver right now?
I think his targets are. We're talking about targets. Okay. So we're not talking about outcomes.
Yeah.
But for targets, he's a top 10 wide receiver all day.
Exactly.
Yep. But Gabe Davis has the touchdown upside where he's going to be okay because of the team that he plays on. So I hold on to Gabe Davis because I want
this is so hard because the Cardinals play from behind, so they're going to have to throw the ball a lot.
They do.
And Gabe Davis is wide receiver. This is a tough question, but
you're getting cute though because Gabe Davis is on the best offense.
Overthinking this.
Yeah, you're overthinking it because Gabe Davis is on a good offense. So I'm just going to take the good offense. I don't care how he gets it. Yep. And Access says, thanks, y'all. Quality advice. Thank you, bro. Anytime. Yep. Man, you helping me moderate, bro. That really helps the content because I can't do it all. I can't moderate myself. Yep. So I appreciate you, bro. We're going to have to do this more often. And Commissioner Breeze says, what up, TD? What's up, bro? And Francisco says, thanks. Anytime, bro. And Iconic Thug, what's going on, bro? He said, full PPR. Let's hit the like button, guys. He says, do you take this trade, buddy? He says, do you take this trade, buddy? Want Sutton and James Robinson for Mixon and Swift? He wants
and Gabe Davis and Higbee.
And Gabe Davis and Higbee. Starters are Justin Jefferson and Saquon. So do you take this trade? He won't say. So he got Sutton and James Robinson.
I would keep the Mixon, Swift, Gabe Davis, Higbee side. There's just so much more value in that.
Do you take this trade? Buddy won't. So he got Sutton and James Robinson, and he's gonna have to for Joe Mixon, Swift.
You got a running back one.
Yes, I would do it, bro. I would give it up.
Yeah.
If you got Sutton and James Robinson, if you can go get Joe Mixon or Swift and Gabe. So I would do Swift and Gabe Davis. Yeah, I would do Swift, Gabe Davis, and Higbee.
Or, my bad. No, it's or.
I would do Swift and Gabe Davis and Higbee. I would do that.
I don't think J-Rob's going to keep it up. That's just me. I think ETN will start coming into the offense more.
Yeah.
That's how I think of it. Anyway.
I would go with the Swift.
What do you think about that, actually? What do you think about J-Rob and ETN?
I think you got to squeeze it. You got to ride James Robinson until the wheels fall off. I wouldn't trade him or anything. I just ride it until the wheels fall off.
Oh, perfect.
And Ed Tate says no Conklin at tight end and Lamb in my wide receiver spot. He says no Conklin at tight end and Lamb.
He was saying Conklin and Lamb who to start. Remember you were saying that one at the flex, but it was really Conklin at tight end and Lamb at receiver. But I don't know your other options, so I can't really.
Okay, I think he was saying that I told him to start Conklin and Lamb. I think that's what he might have been saying.
You said roll Conklin out, then just read down after. That's it. You said roll Conklin out there, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway. I said roll Conklin. Woo. Not over no CD Lamb. If I said that, bro, I missed big time. I don't remember saying that, but if I said that,
and you're a Cowboy fan, you're definitely.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but if I said it, bro, I apologize. But Conklin is okay as
questions a tight come end. In, like what you're saying. Lots of questions come in Sunday, so it's hard to navigate everything and get everyone. Right?
It is. Ed Tate said you said roll Conklin. Okay, yep. And 9:30. Okay, wait a minute. XX says 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, London game this Sunday. And Noah says, should I offer Murray, St. Brown, and Fournette for Hurts, Higgins, and Jamal Williams? Should I offer Murray, St. Brown, and Fournette for Hurts, Higgins, and Jamal Williams?
Let's go over this. Hurts over Murray. St. Brown or Higgins?
Murray and Hurts. I'm going Hurts. And St. Brown and Higgins.
I think St.
Brown. But you know what?
And you tweeted he's a top. You sell high, get buy high, get Brown.
Yes. Should I offer Murray, St. Brown, and Fournette for Hurts, Higgins, and Jamal? I'm going with the Hurts, Higgins, and Jamal Williams. I'll go there, bro, because you're getting Hurts. Yeah. You're getting Hurts. Kyler Murray's okay, but I'm gonna get you Hurts, and Higgins gonna be fine for you. So yes, I'll do that. I would do that.
What is Kyler ranked in quarterback? Because I know Hurts is definitely top 2.
I think he's top 12. Kyler's top 12.
He's 7 right now, but there's a big difference between Kyler and.
Yes, it is. There you go. Yes, sir.
That's like Lamar and Kelsey. That's what I had in my league. You said you need to get a top quarterback.
Yep.
Later rounds, I got Lamar 9th round. I was happy.
Yep.
Anyway.
And Cedric, what's going on, Cedric? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Great fantasy football community here. Yeah, cutting edge content here, bro. He says stars 5, CMC, Saquon, Najee, Pittman, Sutton, and Lamb. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 1 flex. So the 2 running backs should be Saquon and Saquon and CMC. No, I'm gonna go Saquon and Najee. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go because Najee's playing the Jets. Yeah, yes. I'm gonna pick and I'm gonna pick him for the flex. So you're right. And
you're starting Pittman. He's getting so much receptions. This is like how I think of it. Like Calvin Ridley was on the Falcons with Matt Ryan. That's exactly what Matt Ryan and Pittman. That's exactly what's happening. And you see their offense was completely horrible when versus Jacksonville. But last year versus the Chiefs, they showed up and won.
That's true.
Pittman's offense. I know that's cutting edge, but
no, you're right. I'm thinking you're gonna have to go because I'm thinking over Lamb and Pittman and the Dallas Cowboys are playing the Commanders. I'm gonna say CMC, CMC, Saquon, Najee, Pittman, Lamb. Pittman Lamb.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what I'm
benching
gonna go.
Sutton. I'm
Yeah, I'm
benching
betting
Sutton.
Sutton.
I think
Yep.
he's got. But like later in the week, we might have different answers. So
Exactly.
go from
Thank
there.
you. Thank you, Second Take. Yep, you're right. And Commissioner Breeze says, which side do you rather have, A-Rod Penny or Ramondre McKinnon? I say A-Rod and Penny.
Yeah.
I can't rely on McKinnon. McKinnon,
Yeah,
just by
exactly. It's a
himself.
2-for-1 basically, and you
Yep.
don't want Stevenson. And A-Rod
Yep.
still has potential. Like I've been saying. Anyway.
And Ian Taylor says, y'all a good team quality information provoke thought. Nice balance.
Provide.
Yep. Like Chubb and Hunt. Got you. Thank you. And hey, bro, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna be real with you. You are been a great help, and I do like the way we're flowing. And the reason why, man, I think you know my chemistry, the way I flow, and you helping me out deliver the information because you know how I feel about certain things, and it's hard to do it by myself sometimes. So, bro, I appreciate you, man. Listen, man, you might have a job waiting for you.
Perfect.
I ain't lying, bro. I'm not lying.
Perfect. I'm excited. Just need to work around the schedule, but otherwise.
Yeah. We'll figure something out. And this is the last question before we get out of here, bro. Last question.
All right.
And Noah says, thanks, guys. Oh, it wasn't a question. Yep. Anytime, Noah. Anytime. So, yeah, Second Take, thank you, man. Shoot out anything. Shoot out your Twitter. Shoot out anything you want to shoot out, bro.
Let me look up my Twitter because it's so many numbers at the end I don't even know.
Okay.
But it's Justin56784. I'm on Twitter, and that's really it. I'm just coming around YouTube streams, talking, enjoying. Can't really complain. And my name's Justin. Yeah.
Yep. So this is what I tell you, bro, right now today. Go ahead and make you a Facebook. Go ahead and make you a TikTok and start doing fantasy football content, bro. You ain't gotta wait. You ain't gotta wait on me. Go ahead and do it. That way, when you come in and you come in these lives, I'm gonna send traffic there, bro.
All right.
So whenever you get time, no rush. Yeah. Whenever you get time. So guys, thank y'all for tuning in to Fantasy Good Sports. Y'all be safe. Peace. Yep. Let me get this. Gotta find this thing, man. Yep. All right, guys, y'all be safe.